everydaytaichi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Careful, shift your weight to the left, kick your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman. Opening up your span, parallel feet. Choose the right side, cross and sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift and cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, getting into our Yang Ten form. Okay, here we go. Dropping those shoulders. Good Tai Chi posture. Commencing form. Pulsing of the monkey. Brush knee. Wild horse's mane. Cloud hands. Drop the shoulders. Golden cockerel. Kick out. Grass bird's tail. Listen carefully. Roll back, sit down. We're getting into a single whip. Sit back, sit down. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock T, 3 hook, out. Single whip, cloud hands, the 24. Twist, parameter 1. 1, 2, 3, T, can get the camera, half step, Ken, get the camera, iPad, cross, step out left, kick out, right, in, heel down gently, double punch, sit back, twist all the way around, left hand, left foot up, kick out left, in, serpent, down, stack, veer to the left, adjust the back foot, suspend, shift weight, golden cockerel, point down, spin, split, stack, veer to the right, adjust the back foot, set, and shift weight up. Heel, ball, heel, turn hips and waist, shuttle right. Sit back, twist out, ball, left, shuttle, left. Half step to the back, cross the hips and waist, down to the bottom of the seat. One hand, second hand, foot, extend the knee, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, pivot, one sweep up, deflect to the left, right, parry, punch. Strip the guy off, roll back, sit down, spiral up, then forward. Twist, open, in, embrace, up, in, out, drop the shoulders, flex the knees, as we now close our form. Okay, Tai Chi walk coming forward, hands at your waist, we'll get into the 24. First we warm up, making sure our Tai Chi walk is exactly how we want it to be. Pivot out, walk in that direction, shift your weight, out on an L, turn the hips and waist, flatten down, straight away, both stance. Sit back, sit down, weight down. Pivot out, walk in that zigzag, put a heel out, round the crotch, over the hill, both stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that zigzag, shift your weight, heel out, round the crotch, over the hill, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, zigzag, straight away, round the crotch, down. Listen carefully, we're going to begin. Sit back, sit down, out, hold your ball, part the wild horse's mane, 1. And 2. And final 3. Half step, spin, look, shift weight, rock the front, set it down, white crane. Drop the shoulders, drop the front foot as you bisect, swirl back, look back, all together, brush knee 1. Sit back, zigzag out, swirl 2, sit back, swirl, brush knee, final. Drop shoulders. Half step, rock front, lay your loot on your heel. Set it up correctly. Center, open, glance, all together, all extended back. Foot goes directly back as you repulse the monkey. Lead with the toe, look and glance, straight back, repulse 2, shoulders down, lead with the toe, glance, all together, straight back, spin on that axle, 3, lead with the toe, all together, modify that foot, and final. Hold your ball in a T stance, out and to the side, L stance, forearm, turn hips and waist and grass. Get smooth, push the energy through, roll back and sit down to store that energy to have enough to lunge forward. Twist, round out, ball, out, ward off, use your core, grasp the bird's tail, contact but only push from the center, separate and roll back and sit down, spiral up and out. Twist, cup, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, hook, 3, out, 9, single whip. Sit back, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, cloud hands. Drop the shoulders, use your hips and waist. 2, and 3, and T, hook, out, L, second single whip, drop shoulders, half step, sit back, rock front, lift off, high pat, cross, out, left heel, center the energy, out, right, in, gently on the heel, double punch. Sit back, twist, all the way around, left hand, left foot up, kick out on an angle, in, hook, toe, down, stack, halfway, veer left, adjust the back foot, suspend, shift weight up, and cockerel. Toe, spin, hook, split, stack, down, veer to the right, adjust the back foot, suspend, rotate on that axle, golden cockerel, down, ball, out, forehead, shuttle there, sit back, out, ball, spin, turn, hips and waist, shuttlecock there. Half step to the back, on a straightaway, set up the right hand, all together, bottom of the seat. One hand, two hands, in your foot, start in the middle, stretch out, flash arms. Sit back, twist, one sweep out, deflect to the right, come in as you parry, and then punch. Strip the guy off, roll back, sit down, push him down, spiral up, lunge forward, twist, 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 embrace, move over, rotate, in, out, drop the shoulders, gravity takes care of you as you close your form, okay? Doing a little bit more on the harder movements, okay? Since you practice and you want to beef it up, you want to get better, okay? So we're taking it from the second single whip leading into high pat, okay? Second single whip. Left foot forward, left hand forward, right hand, right foot back. Make sure the arm of the right is not extended, but there's a bend in the elbow. Half step forward, sit back, as you naturally rock the front, lift the front off, pat your horse right in the middle of you. Cross at the wrist, zigzag out to the left, gather energy, and kick out right. In, drop gently on an L stance, look through your double punch. Sit back, sit down, pivot all the way around, left hand, left foot up, kick out on an angle, in, toe, sit down on that right. Halfway, veer out to the left, adjust the back foot, set, swing up, adjust, swivel on that axle, toe, spin, hook, split, drop down, halfway, veer to the right, adjust the back foot, suspend, swivel on that axle, golden cockerel, heel, ball, heel, forehead, shuttlecock right there. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, ball, spin, forehead, turn, hips and waist, shuttlecock right there. Half step to the back with the right, cross the hips and waist down. Up 1, 2, foot, extend the knee out, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, pivot, one sweep up on the toe, deflect out, bring that parry in, then out to punch. Strip the guy off, roll back, push him down, push him up, push him out. Twist, make it nice, open, in, embrace first, move over, up, in. By this time, all that energy is back to you. Drop the shoulders even mean more significance as you close your form. Okay, coming forward now on a high single whip. Let's see, a single whip. Okay, single whip I think to the left is fine, okay? Slightly left. Single whip, second single whip, same thing, coming forward. Half step forward, sit back, rock the front, lift up the front, pat your horse. Cross, step out, actually left, we're still on the left, up with the right. Kick out, right, pin in, gently on the right, double punch. Sit back, sit down, pivot all the way around. Left hand, left foot up, kick out, left. In, hook, split, down, halfway, veer, adjust the back foot, suspend up, golden cockerel, toe, spin, hook, split, down, veer to the right, adjust the back foot, suspend, up, golden cockerel. Out with your heel, hold your ball. Out with your heel, spin the ball, forehead, shuttle, right. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, ball, spin the ball, turn the hips and waist, shuttle, left. Half step to the back, cross the hips and waist, all together, down to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, two hands come up, foot comes up. Use your core as you flash arms like a fan. Okay, okay, go ahead. Sit back, one sweep up, deflect to the right, bring it in as you parry, and then you punch. Okay, so I sort of stopped because I saw that I can help you better with some of those movements. Okay, first I'm going to show you, second time I'm going to show you how to get better. But remember the principle that you need to spin on your axle before you can advance. You can advance and go to the sides and back, but you have to spin. And another thing, of course, is shifting weight and doing things all together, multitasking, but in a purposeful way, so it's helping you to go down to the bottom of the seat. Not just because teacher said to put this up, teacher said to put this down, and then we go down. But all together, okay? And then when we come up this way, we say we're engaging our core. But if we say that we know what she means and we emphasize core, this guy is not core if it's coming way out. It's arm. So there's a difference in that. Not only sensation, but the core says right here. If I go, this backhand goes out anymore, it's using my forearm and my arm rather than something that's generated from the core. So we're getting to a point where the movements now are difficult. But in the complexity of the movement, the different parts of the body and the mind has to really kick in to make that effective. And part of our cue for doing complex movements and getting them done correctly have to be within yourself, like how does it feel? Or double check whether you are using your core or the finishing touches just in something insignificant where you could have stopped it earlier and still gotten a good formation. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to be the detective and investigate what's going on, because each of you have different, display different or feel differently about doing the different movements. So what I want to do is go over black and white now, how to do these movements. And then I want to sort of soften the movement by putting in some cues, some different strategies of principles that can help you. So it's not rehearsed, so I'm going to have to kind of wing it. Okay, so I don't think that you're going to try to match me, so I'm going to do it forward, and then at the same time, you can still see the strategies that I'm using. So I think I'm here, so I'm making sure that I'm setting it up correctly. Once I set it up incorrectly, then I'm going to have a hard time, and it'll continue. Bow step, bow, bow, arrow, half step, sit back, So it's not contrived, okay? So what I mean is that once you decide that weight is on the back, everything goes to the back, and this is the finishing touch. If it goes to the back, this guy has no business being on the ground. Weight is on the back, right? So it's not contrived. It's what is meant to be. Half step forward. Sit back. Put the weight on the back. Lift up. Pat your horse. Actually, I'm supposed to be forward. Pat your horse. This hand comes here. The shoulders are always dropped, and I don't always see that. Cross at the wrist. Step out. Palms down. For stability, you want the palms down. You want to shift the weight. You want to center the energy. And you want to kick out on an angle. You want to bring it in. You want to keep that formation. You don't want that heel to go down that crosses the path of that set foot. You want to be on a bow stance, okay? Sit back. Sit down. Okay, sit back, sit down. When you sit back, sit down, you're weighting this guy down. You don't want the tension and the force to be at your wrist. So you punch the guy, you sit back, you sit down, naturally opens up, allowing yourself to root down so that the insubstantial right foot can turn all the way around. You need the centering, you need the kicking on an angle rather than a straightaway. Here, okay, here, this is occurring, okay? So maybe I should keep that angle. Here. So it's, if you want to stack now, if your hook hand is way out like this, your stacking is kind of off kilter. So you want that hook hand and the flat hand to be within the stacking range, right? You're setting it up correctly. The toe, you know, has to be split according to the heel of that planted foot. You sit down, you stack down. As a result of stacking down, this insubstantial foot now becomes weighted. It has to go down, otherwise this guy is going to not give you the stability. So you want to stack down, not stack down this way, just because you're knowing you're going that way. So you stack down. Halfway, something always happens. You veer to the left, this hand comes out this way, and this foot gets adjusted. Okay, maybe I should show you this way. So this is the same formation, okay, but at a different angle. I stack down, I come down. Halfway, I start to veer to the left in a zigzag. By the time I get this hook hand here, something's going on back here. I'm going to have to adjust that back foot to a better 45 degrees. And it's not contrived again. It's something that's naturally warranted. And then, once you're like this, you're right in the middle. You cannot move unless you shift your weight. You have to give something up. We want to spin on that axle, and we want to come up this way. Toe comes down, we spin, same thing. It's not out, it's not to the side, it's not to in. It's in this location. Split out, drop down, not drop down this way. You want to stack yourself down. Halfway, veer, hand and top and bottom match. This guy comes to an adjustment. You need this. If this is too far down and not extended, you don't have that momentum. You don't have that momentum to then swing up this way. So you want to make sure that the hook hand is close to your body, not out like this, closer to your body. You're in good formation. It's hooked this way because the natural thing is to open it up and come forward. So hook it for a good purpose. Shift your weight. Open that hand, come up this way. This one needs work on, okay? The maiden works her shuttle. Let's work on serpent a little bit first, okay? So each time we do it, you're not going to see all of it because we're turning. So that was the purpose of me showing you forward first, okay? So let's try it for now, okay? So we're in a single whip. We're starting at high pat, okay? Half step forward. Sit back, not contrived. Lift up, pat your horse. Cross, step out, left. Gather energy, center energy, right. Kick out, right. In, zigzag on an L stance to a bow stance. Double punch. Sit back all the way, pivot, open the fingers, spin around, left hand, left foot up. Kick out, left on an angle, in, split, stack yourself, halfway, start to veer to the left, adjust the back foot, suspend, shift weight, spiral on that axle up. Toe, spin, hands up, hook, stack, halfway, veer to the right this time, extend, suspend, and up. Okay. Okay, so turn this way now, okay? So every time we do this, I kind of check people out. It's not easy, right? So don't give away the things that you learned when you did 10 form. When you do golden cockerel, the hand that sits to the side has a purpose. Some hands are going to sleep. So as you progress and you want to get better, this should come spiral high, spiral up. This guy comes down and sits to the side as if it were holding a ball. It can't hold a ball if you're going this way, right? So what's it telling me or telling you? That when we get into complex movements or we extend upon the basics that we know, the basics should cover us for everything as we progress. But we're concentrating so hard on something new or difficult that we forget the rest of our body. So let that be a cue to you that, yeah, you have stuff on you that can help you even more. And what did we talk about? If this is a counterbalance hand, it has to push down and this guy has to come up. But if this guy is already not obeying gravity by helping us to falter or to lose our balance, then, you can fix that up. And remember that the drivers of your movement are always your hips. So although you're coming up, the swiveling of that hips and waist are slightly turning to give you that, not momentum, but the stability. So if you come to a hard movement and you don't know what else can help you, check your hips and waist. Just that small turn will help you to get for more balance. Takes work, but when you first know, when something's new to you and it's hard, you don't really know. You take the superficial movements and you try to teach yourself, which is fine. But later, as you get the superficial really intact, then you have to kind of bring it down and you have to dig deeper. And that's where you are, but everybody's at a different level. And it's not something overnight, but it's something that you have to reteach. First, absorb and understand and process, watch, and then apply. The application is the one that takes the longest. On maiden works her shuttle, okay, and I feel like I'm a broken record, and I'm not sure, I kind of know why, okay, but on maiden works her shuttle, it's really easy because we're coming off of a premise that says that the hands go for the ride. When anything goes for the ride, it's there, it's obvious, it's not doing anything, but it gets there. That's what I'm working at, okay? So when the maiden works her shuttle, she has her ball, right? She has her ball, she comes out, she rotates her ball all the way to her forehead. Then she turns her hips and waist, and she can put her shuttlecock right there. She sits back, she spins out, she holds her ball, she spins her ball, but as she spins, the right heel and the right hand start to spin. The movement of the hips and waist do not occur until the forehead. Then you have the momentum, the power to then spin to put the shuttlecock right there. See if I can do it this way now, okay? So here it is, out, top matches the bottom, spins the ball to the forehead, then the hips and waist come in. If the hips and waist come in too early, which is not a good sign, you do not have the power to spin to put the shuttlecock right there. So let me do it wrong, okay? So those were right ones, okay? If you start to turn, all it is a hand motion. Watch again. If you start to turn, you blow, what did they call it? Shot your wad. It then becomes a hand motion. Wait. This is only hands. But you want to get away from it and you want to say, spin the ball, then turn. Then this guy has the hands have to set it up, turn, it's right there. Okay? Not too low, not too high, but eye level. Okay? Let's try that. Okay? Holding her ball, left hand, left foot ready to go. Root down on the right. L stance, forehead, turn, hips and waist, shuttles right there. Sit back, twist out, hold ball, right heel, right hand, spin, then turn waist, shuttle there. This is a drill, sit back, sit down, pivot out, hold your ball, left heel, left hand, forehead, turn hips and waist, shuttle there. Sit back, sit down, slightly out, hold ball, right heel, right hand, forehead, then turn, shuttle there. Check where there is now, okay? You want to put it at eye level, out, heel, spin, forehead, right there. Sit back, out, ball, heel, spin, right there. Sit back, out, ball, heel, spin, then turn right there. All right, half step to the back. Half step to the back. Set up the right hand. Are you like me? Weight on the back, left hand to the side, on the toe of your front, right hand going down. Then you lift off and you go down. Up, two hands, one foot, out, flash arms. Check how the core is working for you. Check where that back hand, it stops right about, ear or forehead, somewhere in that area. All right, bring it all the way back, as far as you can. That's no good. A little bit forward, that's still not good. Get it to the ear and the forehead. Is it higher than the front hand? Yes, not the same level. Okay, I want to talk about this. Leave that stance. This is the stance we're in, higher in the back, front in the forward eye position. But you say to yourself, and I see it already, can you drop your shoulder? Drop your shoulder. Drop your shoulder. That's your right shoulder. Drop it down. A little bit more. A little bit more. Then spread out a little bit more. Cannot? Okay. This is the shoulder. Drop it down. Can you just drop it down? That shoulder is never supposed to be raised. It's dropped down, even though the level is up. Okay? You can relax. So that's a hard one, okay? Because maybe you have to undo something. When that shoulder is raised, you're causing the energy within your body to be locked. It's not helping you to relax. It's not Tai Chi. So remember when I say cloud hands, I say drop the shoulders. If you come here, you can push my shoulder down. it's probably the down, the level that it can, the extent of the level that I need. But once you start to do cloud hands like this is an exaggeration, this guy is raised. Same thing about flash arms like a fan. So the level of the hand is up, but this guy is down. So what does it take? It takes the core again to furnish you with that. So when we're like this, it's really dropped down. It's you can feel, you can say to yourself, okay, she doesn't want it like this. Then you have to, maybe you couldn't drop it down like that, but you have to come back, retract, and then drop down, even though the arm is above your front hand. I don't know, am I making sense? Yeah? So how many think they can improve on that dropping down? Good. And I see that. I see that not only here, but lots of places. But that's I don't want to say it's a fallacy or it's wrong. It's totally wrong. So the one thing that you need to take home with you is that in any Tai Chi you do, 10, 88, 24, 16, that shoulder is never supposed to be raised. Not only in flash arms, but in everything. Even with repulse of the monkey. This guy is down, even though that top hand is at another level. It is dropped down. It's not like this. It's, let's see if I can do that. It's dropped down like now, and if I can keep that level, I would have to raise it by putting less weight on my back foot to get this guy up, which is still going to be worse. It's going to be compounded because if I don't have all my weight here, I'm going to have trouble walking backwards. But the reverse now, if my shoulders were dropped and I'm repulsing the monkey, it'll be better for stability if that thing is dropped because you're grounded even more. And you can play with that and you can see that, yes, it's a backwards walk, but I'm confident because all my weight is concentrated on that one foot. My shoulder is not helping me to give up some of the weight to put elsewhere.
What we're talking about throughout this moving the core or the upper core, so to speak, is the concept of dropping your shoulders, dropping your elbows. And it has at least a couple practical functions, particularly if you're learning a martial art. The aim of martial art from a protection standpoint is to protect just about here, not out there, not down there. So most of your movements are not out here. And what it is, it's really moving the shoulders to make this stuff move. And the last minute, the finisher is the hands. So they say the hands go for the ride because what's happening is you do very seemingly minimal movements at that time. Sometimes you're just setting it up so that when you rotate your shoulders, whether it be coming down or whether it be going up, drop the shoulders, drop the elbows. That's where, and from a practical standpoint, you're taking care of any blow that comes within the proximity of the central part. You're either blocking it this way, or you're blocking it this way. Okay? So, and for us, we adopt the Tai Chi movements, obviously not to learn how to fight, but use the exercise or the physical movement which has been already set up for you to build your body, to coordinate your body. So that's what we're trying to do. So when you although we just concentrated on a couple of the maneuvers, look again through all of the 24 and see where move the shoulders, drop the shoulders, drop the elbow type of concept help you. They help you in helping you to center your power, say from a coordination, muscle strength, and centering. You're bringing everything in. You're coming out, and as you get farther out, before you get too far out, what happens? You bring it back in again. One, recycling, but also recentering. So you can you go up this way, come down, recycle, go out this way, okay? And but one maneuver I want to get clearer again, and I was trying to do that in the last class, and it still applies here. One of it is the grasping the bird's tail. And I want everybody, it's really 4 different maneuvers, and we're going to stop at each maneuver, and I'm going to want you to sort of figure out what are we doing, okay? The first, you hold your ball, and we come out this way. Step up. Ward off. Ward off, what you're trying to do is build a fence. That's, the Chinese refer to it as pang. That's one maneuver. You just want the guy to not get at you. So this should be not like rock, but you have this feeling of extra tone, if you will, so that you can't get in here. So go ahead and let's get to a ball and just come out here. It's not totally relaxed any which way, doesn't matter, okay? But when you're there, you should have the feeling like a little bit of, Tai Chi doesn't want to talk about rigidity, but you have a little bit of a tone. You say, I'm setting my boundaries, okay? And then, what's the next maneuver? You're going to grasp the bird's tail. But when you do the Tai Chi maneuver, you may not grasp that this is just number 1, and you say, okay, we're going to go to number 2. Number 2, then number 2. Sit back. This hand is under here, and this hand is this way. What you're trying to do is you set your hand up. And then the number 2 maneuver is sitting back and just gently moving your arms back. What you're trying to do is guide the person. He's coming at you, but you say, I don't want you to hit me, so I will pull you and guide you. Okay? That's maneuver number 2. So it's a very soft maneuver. And then you say, okay, set up number 3, and then you transfer your body. It comes from here. You're pushing him away. This is a relatively violent maneuver. That's number 3. Okay? So, violent maneuver. Use 2 hands. Don't be nice to the guy. Use 2 hands. You bring it, you come from here. If you wanted to, you could even, what am I doing here? What am I doing here when I do this? See? I come from here, drop the shoulder, drop the elbow. I'm coiled up like a ball. And bang, you let that out. All the way out. Then the 4th maneuver is one where you use both gentle persuasion and force. Gently you come back down. You are directing him downwards until he feels, wow, this guy is going to pull me in this direction. So he decides to pull back. At the moment, just before he decides to pull back, that's when you come out with 2 hands. Okay? You see? And the positions of the hand were just sort of set up, and everything with this and with this, okay? Because you're moving linear, you're also turning, and you're going to push, turning, okay?
When the opponent is using force towards you, you take advantage of his force and you just bring him back down. So sometimes we forget that, and martial arts is unlike our way of thinking where the force is coming, we have to push it back out. But we do so in Tai Chi or in Kung Fu or martial arts in Asian where we take advantage of your opponent's Yeah, so that in itself is unique, where you take advantage of the energy exploded or given to you by your opponent and use that, then it becomes yet more forceful. The thing about Tai Chi, as opposed to, say, running the marathon, and I think I've said it in the past, is that you're expending energy, but that energy that you use in Tai Chi comes right back to you. You're recycling it. So you often hear old-timers and ancient people, or ancient time, they always did it in the morning, and they say they do it regularly because the energy stays within you and you accumulate it in a bank within yourself, so that, say you are in a predicament or you're sick or whatever, you have that energy yet left within you because your Tai Chi has benefited you. That, I think, has a lot of truth.